show you an example of how we can use our number rack to solve equations. So let's say that our equation is 7 plus 8. And that's what we're going to solve using our number rack. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to move 7 beads from the top over to the left and then 8 beads from the bottom over to the left. Because remember, the left is where we're going to be working to solve our problem. And I could move 8 on top and 7 on bottom. I could flip-flop it and it wouldn't matter because remember, when we have an addition equation, you can flip-flop the two parts and it's still going to give you the same sum at the end. So I could do it either way, but I'm going to do 7 on top and 8 on bottom. So I know that this is a group of 5 red beads. So I'm going to go ahead and move this 5 over, and then I need 2 more, 6, 7. So here's my 7, and then I'm going to do the same thing on the bottom, except I need 8. So here's 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's my 7 and my 8. So there's a couple ways that I can think about this. The first thing I'm going to do is think about it the way that it is shown to me right here on our number rack. So if I'm just looking at it in the way that I've pushed them over to the side here, then I'm going to use a different color to show you what I'm doing. So I have, again, a group of 5 red beads here. So here's 5. And then here's another 5. So 2 groups of 5. Whoops. And I know my doubles fact, so I know that 5 plus 5 equals 10. I'm going to switch colors to show you what I'm thinking for my white beads. So then I have 2 and 3, and 2 plus 3 is 5. So now instead of thinking about it like 7 plus 8, I can think about it like 10 plus 5, and it should give me the same answer. And 10 plus 5 is a little bit easier to solve and think about than 7 plus 8 because 10 is pretty easy to work with. So I have 10 and then 5 more, which I know is 15. So 7 plus 8 is 15. So that's one way that I could solve this using the number rack and using my beads. But another way that we could think about this, I'm going to clear this and start over. So let's move my 7 and my 8 over and get our equation back up here. So again, if we're doing 7 plus 8, another way that I can think about this is using one of our addition strategies, doubles plus or minus 1. Because for me, I think 7 plus 7 or 8 plus 8 would be a little bit easier to think about than 7 plus 8. So let's say I'm going to do doubles plus 1. Here's what I could do. So instead of making it 7 plus 8, I can think about it like a doubles fact that I know, which is 7 plus 7. So that would mean I would have to take 1 away from the bottom row so that now it's not 7 plus 8, now it's 7 plus 7. So let me write that down. So now I have 7 and 7, and 7 plus 7 is a doubles fact that I know, and it is 14. But remember, I can't forget about this bead that I moved back over to the right because I'm going to have to put it back here in a second. Because remember, our equation is not 7 plus 7, it's really 7 plus 8. But I just started by thinking about it with 1 less than we actually have. So in a second, I'm going to have to move it back. So here's how I would think about it. So I start with 7 plus 7 is 14 after I've taken this one away. But now I have to add it back. So that would then be 14 plus 1, which equals 15. So again, our answer is 15. So what I just did was 7 plus 7 is 14. I did a doubles fact, but then I needed 1 more because remember, I wasn't actually adding 7 plus 7. I was adding 7 plus 8, and 8 is 1 more than 7. So I add 1 more to 14, and I get 15. So that would be doubles plus 1, or I can do doubles minus 1. Let's clear this again. Move over my 7 and my 8 and write our equation. Let's go back to red. So last time I did 7 plus 7 and thought about it that way, but now what if I do it the other way and think about it 8 plus 8? Because that's a doubles fact that I know too. So instead of taking 1 away this time, I'm going to start by adding 1 that I don't actually have yet. So that makes this 8 plus 8. And again, that's a doubles fact that I know. So 8 plus 8 equals 16. But remember, this was one that I added that I don't actually have, because remember, we're not really adding 8 plus 8, we're adding 7 plus 8. So what I need to do now is take this one that I added away, because I have 1 too many, because 8 is 1 more than 7. So I need to take this one that I added away now. So if I move that back over to the right, let's get rid of my green circle here. And now, since I just took 1 away, I'm going to subtract 1, the one that I moved back over to the right, and 16 minus 1 is 15. So again, I get 15. 7 plus 8 is 15. And that is an example of doubles minus 1. So we just solved this in 3 different ways. We solved it by simply adding up our beads and using some mental math. 5 plus 5 is 10, plus 5 more is 15. That got us our answer. Then we did doubles plus 1. We did 7 plus 7 plus 1 more and got us 15. And we also did doubles minus 1. 8 plus 8 minus 1 also gave us 15. So that's 3 examples of ways that you could use your number rack to help you solve this and use some addition strategies that we've been practicing.